Chapter 66. Abbot's speech on the true worship of God. Gospel of the right giving. After this speech and holy instruction by Abbot Horridale, overwhelmed by his immense feeling of gratitude, fell down before Abbot, weeping for great love and the joy arising from it. And there was no one on the height whose heart and eyes remained dry. But, disregarding all this, Abbot forthwith bade Horridale get up, saying, "Horridale, arise! If you are in your heart full of love and humility, it is more than enough gratitude, and lying on the ground can be fully dispensed with. For as far as outward gestures are concerned, they are before me an abomination rather than a virtue pleasing to me. Particularly if someone might think the tears of the eye, brought about by a painful moment, to be sufficient for me, when the heart had previously occupied itself very little with me. Or other pious-looking physical gestures, of which the soul's heart and its indwelling spirit are often totally unaware, and which are, therefore, not in the least heeded, unless there were a truly living and humble cause for such pious physical gestures. But I say to you and to all that I am a most perfect spirit. Therefore, whoever does not come to me in the spirit of his love, entreating and thanking me in the same spirit of love, verily, I shall not look upon him and grant his request until he has humbled himself completely and entered his inner world, bringing me a new, living sacrifice of pure love in the heart of his soul, where the living Spirit dwells, an ancient descendant of my eternal love. Since it cannot be said that your spirit is ignorant of all that has happened and is still happening, the opposite being the case, so that, as a spirit, you are now a complete master in your house, body, and, therefore, love me in all your parts. What meaning is the lying on the ground supposed to have? I tell you, my beloved Horridale, leave such old, empty habits alone, which only belong to the lowlands, and rise to be a free man. But he who bends his knees before me, let him bend them in the spirit and all truth, which means the ever-proper humility of the heart, but not the knees of his body, with which it matters little whether they are kept straight or bent. For in walking everyone shows that he can bend his physical knee if he wants to. Therefore, if bending the physical knee sufficed for me, walking to and fro without caring for anything else would be sufficient prayer. What shall bending the knee and lying on the ground mean to me on the part of you children, all of whom I have given a living spirit? Behold, the animals too can bend the joints of their feet and lie down on the ground. If you want to honour me in a way where there is no difference between you and the animals, what difference then could there be between you and the animals as such? So behold, my dear Horridale, and all of you, how idle and foolish such an outward service to me, the living, eternal God, is. A dead veneration. Love and worship for me, your holy, most loving Father, who himself gave you a living soul, and within the soul an eternal spirit of all love and truth issuing from it. Therefore, in future, leave all that is useless alone, and wisely use your body and all its limbs when needed. But where I am concerned, let your limbs rest, just as if you had none. You can do nothing pleasing to me by means of your body, for I am a spirit. However, if you do want to elevate your body, including your spirit, to me, use your limbs out of my love in you, in the brotherly service, which alone is pleasing to me. And I shall look upon the works of your body as the works of your spirit's love, for which I shall give you the deserved reward. Be fully assured of this. With your limbs alone, you can do nothing that would please me, but only with your heart and its indwelling living spirit. Verily, I tell you now, whoever gives his brother a piece of bread or an apple, a pear, a nut, a grape, or a sheep, a cow, a steer, an ass, or a garment, or a house, yet not from the heart, but from a certain sense of necessary duty, in my eyes he gave nothing to his brother, and I shall not consider him nor his gift, be it greater than a mountain. But he who has little, let him gladly give this to the brother out of his abundant love. And I tell you, if it were only half a nut, I shall look upon it as if it were a whole earth. Now you all know what you must do to honour me. Act accordingly, and you will not ever have to complain that I leave someone's request unanswered. So let us call Puhel and hear what he saw and faithfully perceived at the time. Amen.